ready? Are you ready?
Greetings and salutations, Devil May Cry fans. Welcome to Mission 12. Being permanently Devil Triggered isn't really much of a buff on Dante Must Die, because you lose Devil Trigger explosions, arguably the most powerful tool you've got for dealing with multiple enemies at the same time. It's especially annoying to deal with when going for SS, since it's hard to tell if you got hit because your HP is constantly draining, and you don't take hit stun while on Devil Trigger. Style gauge is the main thing you want to watch. If you suddenly go from an S to a B rank, it's because you got hit. Both the railcar and the room immediately following it are just straightforward Devil May Cry. Keeping things knocked down with Kalina and playing your best are all you can really do. There's no secret strats or big tricks. It's important to go fast because of your draining health. Not a big deal for the railcar, but the sloth section involves you taking on a ton of damage sponges, so annihilating them quickly and in proper order with the Shoryuken gets you the much needed green orbs. The first Blood Goyle room is a blast. Because of its length, you can line up every single enemy and just mash through them with Spiral, gathering a bunch of orbs and watching your style meter skyrocket. The geometry of the next room makes fighting them a lot harder, and just gunning it as fast as possible was the best strat I could find for not getting hit, and it wasn't entirely consistent. Something particularly annoying when you've just gone through 7 or 8 minutes of gameplay. The Hell Vanguard room is the real decider on this mission, and whoever designed it must have been some kind of demented, quite frankly. You have to take on a Hell Vanguard in an enclosed space while about 1,000 lusts dance around you the entire time. Rushing this guy down and clearing him out as soon as possible is your only real option, and you're going to have a good understanding of how his attacks and positioning work. And even then you're still probably going to take Earn hits all over the place while attempting it. Once he's gone, however, it's a free win. It's not the most fun thing in the world, but when you finally manage to beat this guy without getting hit, you want the safest thing possible. And that's flying around like a scared child with Nevan till all your worries are gone. I actually thought I got hit here when I dropped down to pick up some orbs, but I wasn't sure and decided to finish the mission anyway, fully expecting to see I took some damage, but fortunately I hadn't. Dust is awesome for this section. It does big damage and is by far the fastest way to take Geryon down to the fight proper. I was initially going to do this section just with spiral shots, but I really like showing off the lesser used parts of Dante's arsenal. Almost every single thing has a use in this game and is one of many reasons why it completely owns. Geryon looks very easy, but there's a surprising amount of subtlety here. For example, in the opening part in the bridge, if I don't do exactly 4 spiral shots, he'll stall at a different part and potentially hit me with his rockets. And if you mess up a dust on the last part, you're at serious risk. Likewise, hitting the loop in the arena part requires an unexpected level of precision. Your opening has to be near perfect. As soon as the fight load-in is over, you need to stinger straight at him and charge up a Shoryuken immediately. If you're late, it'll miss and the dream is dead. Although he can be knocked over later, his time stop, if you do it now, has different properties. I don't really know why this is the case, but if you try and jump away after knocking him down at any other point, it is much harder to get away from Quicksilver. Earlier at the statue, as well as taking out Rebellion, I switched to Ebony and Ivory too. This was entirely for jumping over this carriage swing attack. Getting close to him and guaranteeing the Shoryuken comes out is a little tricky at first too, because the range is so short it's easy to whiff. You have to dash punch at him when he's reared up, so you target the middle of his body, otherwise the Tatsumaki part won't hit his head fully and he won't get knocked down consistently. If you go in too early though, you'll execute the uppercut before he's in a state where another knockdown can happen, and he'll run off and break free from the loop. I keep an explosion charge the entire time because it can work as insurance in case you miss a knockdown. With slightly less cowardly play, I could probably have finished him off one cycle sooner, but this mission is scary. and I didn't want to take any chances. I was kind of dreading this mission heading into it, but it turned out to be not so bad. We got Virgil 2 coming up next, and he's kind of a doozy, so stay tuned. See you guys in a bit.